Microsoft has clearly said they want Japanese games to be an important part of Xbox moving forward. I believe they have made progress on that through Xbox Game Pass. Let's start with the news in 2019 when Square Enix announced that a lot of Final Fantasy games will be coming to Game Pass. So far, some of the games from the series that have made their way to Game Pass include Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X and X-2, and Final Fantasy XIII. I decided to play Final Fantasy IX on Game Pass and came to appreciate the game's wonderful music and cast of characters. Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, on the other hand, is a game I did not enjoy as much as Final Fantasy IX. I'm glad I didn't buy Final Fantasy XII on Steam, so thank you Game Pass for saving me some money. In March of this year, Octopath Traveler made its way to Game Pass, which surprised some, seeing a high-profile Square Enix RPG make its way to Xbox before PlayStation. Xbox had a presence at Tokyo Game Show this year, where they spoke about partnering with more Japanese developers, and where we saw Phil Spencer talk with Shinji Mikami about Tango Gameworks, a Japanese studio that's now part of Xbox Games Studios. Right now, the Japanese lineup on Game Pass is impressive. There are currently more than 20 Japanese titles on the service. Here's a list of the games that you can play right now on Game Pass. Now, other Japanese games did come to Game Pass but are no longer available on the service. Those include games such as Disgaea 4, Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, Monster Hunter Worlds, Tekken 7, and Soul Calibur 6. With strong support from 3 big Japanese publishers in Square Enix, Bandai Namco, and Sega, Microsoft is showing that they are serious about giving Japanese games a platform to shine on Xbox. One nice thing about playing some Japanese games on Xbox is enjoying exclusive benefits like Xbox Play Anywhere. With Xbox Play Anywhere, games that are part of the program means you get the digital copy on both console and PC. You can start a game on your Xbox, carry your progress to the PC, and finish it there. My point with Xbox Play Anywhere for this video is that some Japanese games are part of the program, and those include Yakuza Like a Dragon, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Scarlet Nexus, and Dragon Quest XI. Some Japanese games also benefit from xCloud, where you can play Xbox games on your phone, PC, or tablet through the power of cloud streaming. So that means there's no need to download the games. It turns out that the xCloud library has games from Japan such as Dragon Quest XI, Nier Automata, Octopath Traveler, Code Vein, and Scarlet Nexus. xCloud can come in handy for someone who wants to lie in bed and play some console games on their phone or tablet. Not every xCloud game, but some like Dragon Quest XI, Scarlet Nexus even feature touch controls, so a controller is not required. Download is the way to go for most people, but cloud gaming has its benefits under some circumstances. If you want an easy way to see what Japanese games are available on Game Pass, one way is through the Game Pass app on your phone. Just type in the name of a publisher like Square Enix in the search bar, and it will show you all the Final Fantasy games available to play, as well as others. The whole point of this video was just to say there are a good number of Japanese games to play on Xbox Game Pass. Some you might even have forgotten or didn't know were on the service. Don't forget that some of these games include capabilities like xCloud, Xbox Play Anywhere. I consider everything I talked about so far in this video progress for the Xbox and Japan partnership. There are some Japanese games that I'm sure some would love to see available on Xbox someday, even if it doesn't come to Game Pass. The popular MMO Final Fantasy XIV is a game that may be available on Xbox in the future. Both Microsoft and Square Enix have said it's something they want to make happen. Will other games such as Final Fantasy VII Remake or Persona 5 come to Xbox? I have no clue. Right now it's still nice to see Japanese games come to Xbox. Most recently, Bandai Namco's Tales of Arise, Koei Tecmo's Fatal Frame Made of Blackwater, and the upcoming The King of Fighters 15 from SNK. I guess we will wait and see what Xbox has in store for Japanese games in 2022, and especially what will come to Game Pass. Two recent games, AI The Somnium Files and Scarlet Nexus, were two nice surprises to see come to the service.